But Miles, what do you think you have to do to succeed? We're actually live now too with the first map here.
I think it's a controlled aggression. I think it's knowing when to push and make a move for those kills while watching your spawns behind you.
And we're going to be following Baxter straight away here on your stream and out in the venue. And he's rocking the needle rifle, a bit unconventional. I haven't seen many people doing that today. He's going to get Trojan in the back. He's going to look to lead.
I hear the needle rifles for people with bad aims. They can't use a DMR. Is this true?
A lot of people have been saying needle rifles for bad aims, but Trojan gets the business there. The Steve Jobs on the float on the stock market job there. And we are getting underway very, very fast paced here on Zealot. And now we're going to be on board. I think this is Trojan. I believe he's rocking the, no, it's not. Whoever this is rocking the DMR, more conventional style. He's going to try and clean up kills. That's the key to this game, as all FFAs are. And Trojan, one-on-one. Trojan gets him with the crouch. We are actually on board with Fragby from Royalty Gaming. Very, very, very good player. Had an amazing semi-final. He's going to keep that consistency up in this game.
And what I think we'll see at the start of this free-for-all now, as you can see, it's extremely tight score-wise. I think we're going to see an extraordinarily tight best of three right now, or three-game series right now. I think will be extremely tight from start to finish. I don't think anyone's going to pull away with a big lead. And as I say that, one of the players has just taken a nice 10-kill lead.
A crispy 10 kills. I believe that's either Buck 20. Yeah, it is. It's Buck 20 on 10 already. As we are watching Fragby gets the beat down on Shay, knocks him out of the lift, but doesn't get it. Gets an assist. Get a medal for that, but that is no consolation. Struggling with the teleport. That's just a straight line, Alex. Just walk through it, man. And it gets whooped on by Kettlehead.
Kettle's boiling up, Pete. Kettle's boiling up.
Kettle's coming to the ball, man. Oh, Trojan gets it, just gets the work. It's Gunner. Oh, no.
Gunner walks away with it. I've been making predictions about Trojan being the player to watch this tournament. So far, we've seen Trojan take it in the rear several times now on the screen.
Yeah, we've seen Trojan get in the bum a bit, but that's just the way FA goes. You don't have to be consistent. You just have to be consistent. So if you get cleaned up a few times, it doesn't matter. You just spawn again, get back in it, get some kills. So we see Buck 20 and Fragby taking the early running in this game. Now this is what I hate. It's really hard when you spawn bottom mid here to not go up a landing and just get absolutely crapped on when you get there. Get someone on Trojan though. Buck 20 is going to challenge, and Buck 20 is going to get worked by Fragby. Lovely double.
Fantastic use of the spam there. Wonderful spam by Fragby. Now this is a good spawn. This is a fortunate spawn up high.
That's a pleasant one.
Pleasant one. Everyone likes a good spawn. Good spawn here now up high. Again, he's got a good vantage point to see what's going on in that. Trojan taken out again now. We've seen Trojan really taking a spank in this game so far. He's bent over the knees of these other players and his trousers are down.
Fragby's really locked in the robot aim, man. He's just not missing. Trojan getting a bit worked, and he's actually sitting last at the moment, but he's the sort of player that, although it's very hard to go on a run, he's the sort of guy that I think will probably do it. Fragby in a crap position, and Gunner is never, ever going to let him get away from there, and just puts the boot in.
Gives him a shoe up the rear.
Right in the rear.
Now again, it's the first game though, Pete. I mean, we've seen Trojan now he's taking a real pace in. I'm keeping my money on Trojan to do well. He's still got 2 more games to bring it out of the bag here and step it up. And as I say that, he gets his face crushed.
He gets just bashed, and we're watching from over back to shoulder. He's having a look. He's getting, we haven't heard much crap talk from Jack, which is unusual. Normally we hear him getting into it, shouting at people, getting screamy and anything, but we're not seeing it. Now we're back on board with Jack, needle rifle in hand, taking on Gunner. Gunner gets away and then he gets naded by Shay.
That's a frustrating situation in any free-for-all game where you come out no shields, no kills, and you're left in a very vulnerable position where you will likely be cleaned up for a double. Good nades now by Jack on, well, let's say bad nade, as he tries to chase down Gunner again. Now here's a difficult position. He's forced to chase for the kill, gets an assist. Takes on Fragby now 1v1. Bloom gets the better of him and Process takes him out from behind. Yep. Still early days in this free-for-all. What are your predictions?
Very, very tight still. I mean, you've got, I think it's Buck 20 and Fragby making the early running, but everyone else is on 11 or 12 kills.
It's kind of funny because the two people we talked about choking, Buck 20 and Fragby, obviously off with a head start.
Yeah. Well, you got to think, Mark, we basically don't know what we're talking about, clearly, is the fundamental issue.
It's all based off of previous history. And I mean,
no, it's true.
Buck 20 did choke on Halo Reach recently, so.
That's mean, Mike, that is mean.
It was 13th seed. Did we say 13th seed? And they got 20th?
20th, 7 spots, see they dropped.
Let's see if we can
That's actually got to be some form of record.
Yeah, that's big. We should encourage them to do better.
Okay. As we're watching over the shoulder of one of the brown players. I believe it's Trojan. Not 100% sure. Watching his screen as he's just patrolling, looking for some kills. Not finding a lot of people yet.
I believe this is the king of JC, Kettlehead himself. Finds himself in a nice position top mid and steady aim, but gets cleaned out by Gunner.
It's back to him.
Yeah, it's actually buck 20 we're on with it right now.
Excuse me, my mistake. Mr.
Yeah.
20.
It's 20. Jack getting away down low as we are going back on board. We're on the board with Shay now from A4D. One of the kind of surprise package in the final. Everyone else we've kind of heard of before. We knew about them. Shay was the kind of the guy that hadn't really heard of. I think his team is seeded in the top 12, but not a player I've really heard much talk about up till now. But he's really making a name for himself.
You always have to watch out for the underdogs. I mean, right now he's still, he's close enough to first place. You want to get that top 4 finish ultimately, but you definitely can't count him out of it now. Chasing buck 20 down bottom middle.
Well, the guy we hadn't heard of, one of the guys we hadn't heard of ECL1 was Gunner, who just lost out on 1 kill as he just gave it to Process there, delivered the goods.
Delicious.
Delicious. As Fragby now taking the lead, 24 kills, and yeah, we're looking for Shay. He's trying to get top mid. I don't know about top mid. How are you feeling about it, Mars?
I have always been an advocate of top middle. I love top mid. You can see everything, but everyone can see you, so it's such a gamble. I think it can either go completely your way. I mean, I saw some powerful play from players earlier on in the tournament, utilising top mid, but I think at this high level, top mid's not going to be your friend. Everyone's going to be looking all over the map. The awareness is through the roof. These players are going to know where you are at all times. Top mid, too much of a risk in my book.
Well, you're trying to gain the height just to kind of shoot down, but obviously you've got 8 players playing on such a small space. It's not really any sort of advantage you're giving yourself, but at the same time, because you're only popping together 2 or 3 kills, sometimes it's worth it depending on if you come across 2 guys who are going one-on-one, you got a chance for 2-for-1 pick-off there.
It does give you a really nice angle on the landing, which is obviously where a lot of the action goes down on Zealot. A lot of stuff happens on landing, which is good. We're back on board with Fragby as he takes on Process. Oh, I thought that was a double, just an assist. It does give you a really nice angle on landing, but obviously you can't watch both landings at once. So you could be cleaning people up on one and getting just double team from the other. As Fragby does a little sneaky jump to top mid.
Good map awareness there. Fragby with a fairly commanding lead now in this free-for-all. He's up by 1 kill, I believe. But he's separated himself from the pack at the start of the game. He's slowing down a little bit now.
I like Fragby's strategy there. He's just vacuuming kills up there.
He's sucking it in. He's the Dyson of the part of the game right now. He's real. He's getting cleaned up now himself.
More like the Henry.
Henry.
Trojan did that ultimate thing that's the most annoying thing in the world when someone just hides behind pillars and will not fight you top, and you just got to sit there looking around waiting for them to pop out, and if they don't, like Trojan did there, was patient, wait for someone to give shots on Fragby, allow them to get away. Very, very smart from him, as you can see it in his view. Gunner going to go up that lift, and he's going to get pulverized. Trojan too good to let that happen to him.
I think Trojan's fed up of being spanked all game.
Yeah, well, he's on
last place, but he's fed up of taking it. He wants a piece of the cake.
He wants that cake.
Over the shoulder now of the man, I believe it is Trojan.
Over Trojan's shoulder, he's currently sitting last place. Not what you called Miles, but I know it is early days and it is very tight still. But we are talking 3 10-minute FFAs. There's only just under 2 minutes left to go in this, which is quite tight. So I think that whatever happens in the final, the kills are going to be so close. So it's not the sort of, this isn't the sort of FFA we can afford to have a bad round and come back and storm it, because you just don't have the time. You've got to be really consistent the whole way through.
Although you say that, but we have seen some pretty epic comebacks in previous editions of Halo, where you've got guys who are maybe 7 or 8 kills down, coming into kind of mid-second map, and next thing you know, they're 2 away. They've somehow put together a really nice run, and then maybe not necessarily won, but come very close, top 3 at least.
It's free-for-all, Mike. Anything can happen. As we're seeing now, the level of individual play right now is through the roof. No one's taking very few doubles. It's all about positioning now, and these players, no one's going to give up easy kills, apart from maybe buck 20 in that position, sprinting to his death. Sprint's not been so big for me in the free-for-all so far. I found that a lot of players are avoiding sprint because you find you sprint yourself to your death almost. And I found that was one thing that I saw on the MLG stream was the pro players in the States. They refrained from sprinting so much because it ended up just getting them in trouble.
Well, it's same in the obviously in the 4v4 in the FFA you're going to see it too. Sprinting does get you killed. It's with every game, I think. A lot of games have sprint in it now, and I think the best players realize fairly quickly that you only use it to get somewhere when you know what's ahead of you. You don't use it to get somewhere when you know you're going to die. You may as well face up to your maker.
we're going back on board with Baxter now. And yeah, I think the sprint thing, what I like about it is it allows you to be aggressive around the corner. Baxter gets a nice clean up double, could be a triple here, but he gets a bit puzzled. I think body count top mid.
I thought that was a triple in the way as well, and then he turned out to be dead.
Well, I think we thought that was a guy, but it was actually a body came up the lift, confused him, and then allowed. And that is going to be the end of the game.
So Fragby walking away with 37 there at the top. He's putting our predictions to shame.